Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Jordan with Westwind Honda. This is our 2022 Black Pilot Trailsport Edition. There's a whole lot of unique features about this limited edition, so come on, let's go check them all out. And underneath the hood here, we have Honda's 3.5 liter direct injected single overhead cam iVTEC V6 boasting a powerful 280 horsepower and 262 pounds per foot of torque. The Trailsport's exterior styling doesn't start just with this black exterior grille right here or the black roof rails. It also raises the vehicle 15 millimeters and gives you these sleek, available black wheels with the black matching lug nuts. Blacking out the mirror side as well. And check this out, you get unique Trailsport badging on the back. Now let's check out the interior for how much space you get. The Trailsport does come with the full power tailgate, so even if you have arms full of groceries, you just hit that button on your key fob and it'll open up for you. Back here, these seats really easy to fold down, but even with them up, you get over 1,500 liters of storage space. With them down, over 3,000. And then check this out. Under here, you have enough room to fit a gym bag and hide it, or you can even flip this over and you have a hard surface because it's the Trailsport. I know you're gonna be taking this off-roading, and when you off-road, things are gonna get muddy. You need to load anything muddy in, you're not gonna wreck the carpet if you have it flipped over to this side. Now, let's hop around front. I'm gonna show you a little bit about the interior styling that makes the Trailsport unique, and then we'll take it out for a drive. And as for the interior styling changes, you get these blacked out door handles right here, the unique leather for the Trailsport with the orange stitching, accenting everything, and an accent Trailsport badge right here on the headrest. That stitching does carry over onto the steering wheel here, which, let me remind you, is heated. Hop on in. Whew. Let's take a look at all of these features, but you know what? Let's check it out all on a drive. Come on, let's go. All right, so to get those last few shots, we actually had to take it a little bit off-road to test out. And I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised because, yeah, the Trailsport, it was kind of billed as a more outdoorsy, you can do a little bit more off-road with that higher raise off the ground. But it's not meant to be the off-road vehicle like a quad. It's meant to be, you're driving with the family, you see a dirt path, may not be too bumpy, but you still want to be able to make it through, kind of, you know? And just taking it down there, the thing that I was pleasantly surprised by was how much shock absorption there was with each of those bumps, because there was some pretty big divots that we ended up hitting while filming those last few shots, and it absorbed everything. I felt perfectly comfortable. There were a couple where I was like, oh, whoa, I'm actually feeling something, because normally you don't when you're sitting in the Pilot, just with how good it is at absorbing the shock on a regular road. But yeah, no, gotta say, pleasantly surprised with how it did in a little bit of an off-road condition. All right, so one thing that we always try to make sure we do on these videos is talk about the engine, talk about how much horsepower it can produce, how much torque it can produce. But little do we actually talk about what makes the individual engines unique on their own past those two things. So yeah, it does have a 3.5 liter engine, but one really cool thing that this engine has is a cylinder management system. So on varying situations, it'll actually switch into a 3-cylinder engine from your 6 by turning 3 of the cylinders off, just boasting super low fuel economy, which, as you all can see by the price at the gas station, that's something we're all going to be pretty concerned about right now. Having that 3-cylinder option, when you're on the highway, just say like a trip to Calgary visiting some family for the holidays, that will almost slice your fuel economy in half from what you regularly do having all 6 cylinders firing. And with that, man, this is fun to drive. Like, there are a few points in the brochure where it talks about spirited driving, like the VTEC, it helped with a spirited driving experience is how they described it. And to me, when I was reading it, it just seemed kind of vague, but I totally get it. I totally get it. Because, yeah, like the moment I put my foot down, I feel it. And yeah, it's just fun. Oh, I should slow down. I'm on West Side. And above all that performance, the Pilot, it also, being a larger vehicle, larger vehicles are kind of known for, well, other than fitting all 8 people in the back, being louder. And the thing that I am very happy about in the Pilot and all of Honda's larger vehicles is just how quiet it is. And they do that a few ways. They have, not only do they have your windshield, in certain trim levels, you'll have an acoustic windshield with a layer of gel in between 2 layers of glass, absorbing that sound. You have a spray foam underneath to absorb the sound, 5 seals on every door, and the coolest one in my opinion, I was born in 1997, so I'm a little techie. The thing that I really like about it is that if you look in the back on the roof, there's actually a microphone, and it's for the car's active sound cancellation feature. And you've probably heard that before, but only in the terms of like Bose sound canceling headphones. And what it'll do is it takes any droning frequency like road noise, wind noise, anything like that. And when you're listening to your music, it'll actually push the opposite frequency of whatever that droning sound is out of your speakers, essentially just canceling it completely out. And that, to have it in a car, just blows my mind. Imagine telling somebody in the 90s that that existed in cars. They would not believe you. And I don't know, it's just really cool. It's really cool. All right, and that, to be honest, that's everything. That's everything. I could go on about everything, but I don't want you guys to have to come in and do the quiz that's worth half your grade. I want you to come in and see me to have a good time and take something out for a drive. So that's gonna be the end of our video. I gotta take this thing back to the dealership. Make sure you like and subscribe below and hit that bell if you want to be notified of every single time we upload a new video. Make sure you also check us out on TikTok because I do a full walk around of all of the interior styling and interior features that you can see even in the back, which we didn't get to get into today. So check that out and I'll see you guys next week.